Hey everybody, I just thought I would show you a knit that I just completed with my hand spun Coopworth Alpaca farm blend. The mill added in the alpaca. I don't have any alpacas, but the Coopworth is mine from my flock of sheep here in Ellensburg, and it was spun, or excuse me, it was a roving. It came back as a roving and I spun it up into a yarn. So it was carded and processed by Olympic Fiber Mill in Cosmopolis, Washington. And this pattern is Elizabeth Smith Knits Capo, the bulky version. There's two versions of that pattern, DK weight or whatever it takes to get to your gauge. And this bulky weight knits up really fast. It's a cropped coverlet, basically. I'll put a picture in at the end or somewhere. And so it's supposed to have lots of positive ease. I took a lot of that out because it's so bulky. This thing is really heavy. And I was putting it on and I thought, oh, I sure don't want to weigh myself while I'm wearing this because it probably weighs a couple pounds, or I don't know, close. I had to keep spinning more yarn because it kept running out. Anyway, so done on circular needles, starting with a 1-1 rib pattern at the bottom, it's a big round circle, and you bind off and pick up later for the armholes and shoulders. And what I found with the pattern is my gauge I had too much gauge, and rather than going nuts over the math on it, I went down a size and kept the needle size the same because my yarn was so bulky. I spun it especially for this pattern, and you know, I'm not a real technical spinner. I go by feel, look, all that kind of stuff. I ran out of yarn once and had to spin more, and it matched up just fine. So I'm pleased with that, just on a visual thing. And the one thing I found with the pattern is it had so many rows and wanted to go 18 more rows. And I'm just going, that's going to be a turtleneck. And it looks on the pattern photos, it looks more like a boat neck, relaxed kind of sweatery thing. And it stockinettes all the way to where you bind off, basically. So it has this little roll here. But I tried it on and it just was way too wide up here for me because I come in up here and my shoulders are narrower, So I just thought, you know what, rather than frog out a bunch and make adjustments wherever I should, I'm no great knitter, so I'm just always punting, so to speak, or pinch hitting. To reference some sports, I just thought, you know what, I am going to just start decreasing now, and I'm going to do a 1-1 knit, or rib, 1-1 rib, just like down here, to draw it in. And that worked pretty well, and I just bound off. So I think it's okay. It's a little bit high, so or tall, long, kind of up on my neck a little bit. I think I would like it just maybe a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch lower. With the alpaca in this yarn, it's nice and soft, so I don't have to worry about the itch factor on a neck. Your neck is more susceptible to feel an itch than your hands or your head or your feet or something. So anyway, it's supposed to be cropped. You're supposed to wear it over a long t-shirt, which I wear a lot of those. And this is perfect for me. My husband likes the house really cool, and I get cold. So, but I don't want to wear a long sweater. I'll wear a sweatshirt around or something. But I thought this would be fun. And I've completed one sweater my whole life for knitting. And I ended up taking it to the Goodwill. Nobody wore it. I didn't want to wear it. I'm a vest person. I like to wear vests and I like my arms free. So this was a good compromise. I have knit a couple of poncho kind of things from Church Mouse Tees. I've made a vest that a poncho, and I don't like the way it slips around and you're always having to mess with it. I needed armholes to keep it stationary, not swiveling around my neck and stuff. And I made another one too from Blue Sky Fibers. It's a striped thing I made out of the Coopworth. Really liked that as well. But again, it's just, I don't remember what I didn't like about that one. Well, again, it was a poncho. There was no armholes or anything in it. So anyhow, this one fit the bill. Now I have two patterns from Elizabeth Smith Knits for this capo, and one's for a DK weight and one's for the bulky weight. I've done the bulky weight. It's fun. Love this colorway. And I'm thinking I'm going to make a DK weight one now, since I know where to make adjustments for my fit. And I'll do a gauge swatch, of course, because, you know, you probably should do that on anything that's large or that you're putting a lot of time into. So anyway, this is the capo, not sure how to say it, from Elizabeth Smith Knits, and in the bulky. There's two versions. This is made with my hand spun Coopworth Alpaca blend wool roving, or now it's yarn. And I had fun and I completed a big project. I usually do hats, mitts, maybe a little cowl or something. I don't usually do sweater size knits because I get lost, I get frustrated, I get bored, and that didn't happen this time. And I think I'll wear this around the farm out working, just a little extra layer. So wear it to town. Anyway, have a good one.